Whoa, oh gosh. Right. Let me switch to Genshin. Or I can show you Sayu while you're here, actually. I'll show you where Cookie's thing is as well. Let me update, this. Okay. Oh gosh, I can't spell now. There we go. Boop. Okay, let's play some Genshin for a bit. I'm really happy that I managed to finish it. Because I don't like leaving games unfinished. Unless it's because I just haven't got around to finishing it. Then in which case I'm fine with it. Right, let me bring up Sayu. Where is she? There she is. I'm a bit of a mixture actually, Bleach. There are some characters who I prefer to be in Japanese. Definitely some that I prefer to be in Japanese, and then there are others that I prefer in English. I know that makes no sense, but so I'm kind of a bit of a mixture. Oh, actually, let me go to Southwell Lake. I'll do a daily while I'm here, because then I can show you what I mean about Sayu's healing. Let's go. My little girl, Sayu. Look at her run. Look at her little run. I think some of it is probably because of the what I have in my mind about these characters. So one of them is Yanfei. Yanfei in Japanese, I don't think actually suits her. Right, you. Sorry, I always have to chase these two away. No. Come over here. Come over here. Because otherwise, one of them ends up in the fire and gets killed, and it always makes me sad. So yeah, I'm at world level 5, so this is what I mean. So mine are currently level 65, my enemies. Right, okay. So if you press and hold down triangle, she turns into this little whirlwind of destruction. And you can see on the right hand side that there is some healing that is being done. Because that is kind of how she works. Ow. I need to wait for a ult to come in. You probably see it on here, look. So you can see now. Okay, there we go. Right. And then her ult. So this whole area here will constantly regenerate your party until it runs out. It can be very useful, yeah. Maybe. There we go. So that's one of my commissions done. And then who's the other one? The other one's Cookie, isn't it? Where is she? Nope, that's Candace. Cookie, there we go. I kind of like Cookie healing more. That would make me dizzy. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair to be honest. I need to have a look at her actually. So you need these, which is the runic serpent. So as you go through, so it's in Leeway. So as you go through either the map or the story, etc., you'll get a bit where it will ask you to go into the chasm, which is here, which then comes into a whole different area of an underground map. And your runic serpent is here. I'll show you what it's like to fight it. I'll have to take Sayu out though. Because Sayu's not going to be much good for this. Who's going to be better? Maybe Razor. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take Razor. This can be a bit of a pain in the bum. Just a heads up. So this is your runic snake serpent. But yeah, you've got to go through most of at least the first half of the chasm story in order to unlock this. Come on then. Come on. He could be a major pain in the bum, particularly when you've got ults. Come on. Ow. Oh, bugger. Because this is what it tends to do. It just keeps jumping in and out of the ground, and it's like, oh, for goodness sake, come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Because you're nearly dead. There we go. So there you go. That is your runic serpent. And then it drops these. There we go. Hopefully that was helpful. But yeah, so if you've got anything that specifies focusing on the chasm, I would definitely try and jump on to finishing that off, because otherwise you're not going to be able to level up Kuki past the area that you're already at. Yeah, bugger. Here we go. It's over here. While I'm here, is there anything else? Actually, I'll tell you what. So we talked about the ice tree, didn't we? So in Mondstadt, you've got the ice tree. You've got the electro hypostasis, which is Fischl, Bidu, Lisa. Can't remember for the life of me now. Right, okay, let me narrow down to electro. Kuching as well. So there's quite a few of them that require the electro hypostasis. She doesn't, but she's different. She does. Oh, can I level her up? God damn it, no. And then she doesn't as well. But yeah, so a lot of them require that one. The ice tree we talked about, you'll need it for Chongyung and Kaya. Have you got Kaya yet? But yeah, he uses that. The Animo hypostasis is not that one. That's that one. You'll need that for Jean, Sucrose. The others aren't. They don't need that one. And then as you go into Liyue, people like Barbara and any water-based characters that you need, apart from maybe Candice, will require the Oceanid. I'll show you the Oceanid, actually. The Oceanid's pretty cool. Just a heads up, though, you will need... so the Oceanid and the Hypostases, you can't use their own element against them. So therefore, if I took him into battle with the Oceanid, I'm going to have a terrible time. So instead, I am going to take... I'm going to take Rosaria. I need somebody... Yanfei can be quite useful, actually. Oh, you've done that one. Okay, fair enough. Is there any that you haven't done yet? So I saw you do the fire tree. So I know you've done the fire tree. I know that you've done the hypostasis and the ice tree. Have you done the electro hypostasis? It's very similar to the Animo one. But if I didn't know if you know this, do you know if you get hit? So it tends to do like a rock paper scissors move, where it physically looks like a rock, a paper, and some scissors. If you get hit by every single one of them, you get an achievement for it. I accidentally did and found that out the hard way. Have you done that one? You've done that one. Okay. Um, you're not really going to need that one, so we'll come back to that. You've done the Oceanid. You've done the Fire Tree. Have you done this one yet? The Primo Geo Bishop. You need that for characters like Yanfei. If you've done that one, that's all good. But if not, I can show you. While I'm eating my sad biscuits. You've done the wolf, okay. Wolf is interesting. I'll teach you the knack for this one as well, actually. Actually, I've still got that fan, haven't I? Let me swap to the fan. So later on, you'll get this. This basically just means it's a little bit. You fly a little bit quicker for a little bit. Oh, but it would help if you actually activated it and not just jumped off like an idiot, like I am. Honestly, I'm a map it. There we go. You can always tell because you get these little cute little leaves. Boop. Okay, let's have a look at it. Okay, so as you can see, it is currently nice and toasty and sleeping in here. So the Geo Bishops can take on 4 different elemental forms. They can take on water, hydro, water is hydro, water, cryo, pyro, or electro. And you can normally tell which one it is by landing up here. So it's not activated, I'm not close enough to it. So if you get into there, and you can see what this. So I think this one is cryo. So that means that you can tailor your party depending on which one it is, if you have the capacity to have different multiple ones. So I'm going to take him, and then I'm going to switch her. Oh, I'll put Daddy Diluc on because we love our Daddy Diluc. How strong is Daddy Diluc actually? I need to work him. Yeah, I need to do some work on him. It's fine. So you always want to keep. He was hard work for. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So you'll always want to keep a shield user on, because as it does the thing where it jets down, if it hits your shield, it will do a hell of a lot of damage, which makes it a little bit quicker. But yeah. Oh, this might be a hydro actually. Yeah, I think this is a hydro. But yeah, so whichever color it is, you can tailor your party according to the different ones. This also becomes useful when you end up Daddy Diluc. Ah, bugger. Never mind. Ouch. The area's water. Never mind. Well, I suppose I've got vaporizer. That's at least something. No, you don't want to do this. Why am I getting my butt kicked? There we go. That's better. That's more like it. There we go. So yeah, you can see like a whole bunch of damage went off him then. So I definitely recommend taking a shield user. It doesn't necessarily have to be Noelle. Some of these like Yanfei, once you get to a certain C with her, you do kind of get a what's called anyway. You do get a shield with it. Toma has a shield as well, and Zhang Ying. Jinyan, sorry. He, there we go. Thank you for healing me up. Come on, Daddy D. Luke. Help me, Daddy D. Luke. Ouch. There we go. Come on. Do it, Daddy D. Luke. Oh, Daddy D. Luke. Come on, you're supposed to be doing this. There we go. Okay, we'll go to a statue. That's fine. But yeah, and then you get Juvenile Jade, which is useful. So that ties into later on in the story. I don't want to ruin it too much for you. But there is a boss that you will fight in here, and very similar to that. This one has two because it's supposedly the king of the Geo Bishops. So he actually has two different elements that he will use over the course of the boss battle. So once you do that, again, you can tailor your party to it. So this one is electro and water, which means your best party actually to use is ice for both of them. Ice is a multifaceted thing. It's definitely does both. Heal me, thank you. Oh yeah, I was going to show you. Where is it? This. So when you get some fragile resin, you can use this to top up the 160 resin that you get. So each one that you have is 60. You'll start to kind of pick them up as like story items, etc., etc. Oh, I have a few Dendroluxes. Exciting. I'm not going to get Cyno. I'm very sad. I'm very, very sad. Oh, did you know as well, on the shop you can buy certain characters if you have enough of these, which you get from as you put the wishes on. If you get repeat characters, you will get the little gold with a purple star in the middle of it, and this can be used to buy these kind of weapons, extra bits, or you can actually buy a character that you don't have, just in case you weren't aware. If you did, apologies for teaching you things you already know. Ooh, nice. We have a new event. More events. So the Geo Bishops is the other one that you'll primarily need. So I'm not done with the move, but I'm getting out feeling. Oh, fun. Yeah. They never really actually put it through as ending. Huh. A Drake? I haven't got any characters that need that yet. And then these are more of them, but again, you probably won't have a lot yet, considering who's in your party. You won't have a lot of these yet. And then in Inazuma, it's very, very similar. Don't think you've got anyone that needs that yet. Or that. Oh, Sayu. Sayu needs these. This is actually a really fun one. I'm gonna need to change the party though. I know, Daddy D. Luke, shush. I need to work on you. I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna take you. And I'm gonna take you.
This ought to be entertaining.
You can normally tell, you know, despite the fact they're like, oh yeah, let's end this, you know full well that they're not ending it. But yeah, so this particular one, you will need this for Sayu as well. So this is the little puppet thing in Inazuma, but you'll have to get so far into the story before you unlock Inazuma. This is a really cool one. It can be frustrating. It can be a little bit frustrating. Come here. But it's definitely one of the cooler ones. Hey, you froze me. That is rude. Ouch. Yeah, this one is definitely one of the cooler ones. Yeah. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Come on. Boom. No. Nice try. Done. Yeah, he's definitely one of the more interesting ones that they've got. I think the problem is that they got to the point where they kind of repeated everything that they needed to do. Again, the Hydro one, I don't think you'll need that, and I don't think you really need that one either. Oh, that one. Have you got anyone that? No, I don't think. So I think that's, for now, at least, because I don't want to overload you with information. That's probably all you're going to need at the moment. So yeah, these two, as you can probably tell, their parents were not original when it came to naming the two of them, and they are brother and sister. So you've got Ayaka and Ayato. Little brother sister. You meet them in Inazuma. Ayato has some hilarious voice lines. Oh, you again. I came in like a wrecking ball. Right. What you want? What's happening? What are you doing? I'm not the traveller. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just tell me you want a sturdy plank. Right, where am I going? Right. Sturdy planks, does whatever a sturdy plank does. There we go. Ooh, slime. There you go. Oh, for goodness sake, of course if I get back. We did it. He's quite useful as well. His pushback is very, very handy. Yeah. Oh, for goodness sake, now what? I love that. I love the fact that certainly not is a freaking option. No, I'm done helping you. Right, where's this freaking ropes? Over there. Could you imagine if you just turn around and like, no, I'm not helping you. I'm done. Also, don't get too close to these because they will zap you. Like so. It doesn't really matter for me. I'm that high of a level. It just is like, ow. It's like a static shock. But when I was a little bit lower, they were a bit more owie. Thank you. All right. Anything else? Oh, for goodness sake, why is it all the way in there? You can shoot them. Exactly. Well, speaking of, actually, that might be a point. I might need Fischl for this one. Yeah. Let me swap me for Fischl. I need to do some work on Fischl as well. Whee. Yeah, I definitely need to do some work on Fischl. I need to do a lot of work on a lot of them, actually. I need to spend some time. And this is the thing, I just don't have the time to sit down with my, especially when I have, like, how many have I got now? So that's what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, or 39. I don't have time to sit down with 39 characters and be like, right, you can have this, and you can have this, and you can have this. Come on, wakey wakey. There we go. Okay, so a trick, if you didn't know, with ruin guards, if you shoot the little lights, it will paralyze them temporarily, and then eventually. So first time it kind of knocks them back. Second time it should cause them to drop for a while until they reboot. So if you're having a particularly rough time with one of them, try that. I remember because I saw a picture the other day and it perfectly summed up what it was like with Genshin. When it was like, I remember a time when ruin guards used to be scary. And it was like, yeah, pretty much. There was a time when ruin guards were freaking terrifying. And then eventually you get to the point you're like, oh yeah, there's a lot worse things than a freaking ruin guard. And to be fair, even though I've been playing this game for 2 years, you can see on my things that I still haven't done a lot of the story quests. I've not done a lot of the oh, wrong one. There's still a load of like little side quests. There's still a lot of world quests. There's still a lot of story quests, Archon quests that I still have yet to do. Like I haven't done these three. There's little hangouts that I haven't done either. There's still so much, and I've been playing this game for too long. Don't mind me. Just destroying your towers. Just destroying your towers. Probably do this for about another 10 minutes and then I will need to go. Okay, so that's all my dailies done at least. Okay, so I did mention the fact that I might not be streaming later on today. Depends when my friend goes, because I don't necessarily want to be really rude when he's come all the way to see me by going, I'm very happy that you've come all this way to see me. I need to stream. Just occupy yourself in the background. So he's going to be setting off kind of any time soon, really, but it takes a good little while for him to come round. And then I'll need to get the child fed. And then next weekend, from about Thursday evening, I'm not going to be able to stream. for the entire weekend because I have my mother-in-law coming round to visit. So therefore, again, don't really want to be rude and just be like, thank you for coming to see me, go occupy yourself. So I probably won't be streaming next weekend either. But I do have the Thursday off. So I might stream earlier in the day. Might stream earlier in the day. Okay, I've still got a bit of time to wait. But before I go, Bleach, is there anything that you can think of that you would like me to show you while I've got my account up? Oh, shush. Understandable, yeah. That's fine. Oh, I need a new spine. Anyone would like to gift me a spine? I would appreciate it. I'm sure I will. I'll most likely be in the Discord, so I'll chat and say hi to everybody, but I just won't be streaming. So you're gonna weekend without me. Lucky you. Not that I can think of. Okay, no worries. I know I felt really guilty the other day. You know, when I was trying to show you where to get the things that you needed, and I was trying to share. I was trying to say this one, and I was like on the right hand side, and I was like, no, the blue circle. And you're like, there's loads of blue circles. And I was like, I know, but I don't know how to describe it. Oh, bless you. I miss you too. Is there anything else? I'm going to my teapot world. Oh yeah, because the thingy's there today, isn't he? So every weekend, are you in your teapot world yet? Maybe not, because you need to be in your you need to be able to unlock whatever it is that needs to have co-op for it. It's frustrating that it doesn't tell you which one. There's so many places. I know. I felt really guilty because I was like, I don't know how else to describe it. No worries at all. It was me trying to explain, but because obviously there's a slight delay, what you're reading or what you're picking up on as you're moving around, and I'm trying to type to tell you. It's one of those things that I was like, I could have done with like actually being in a Discord group with you, like speaking to be like, right, okay, and then you get it in live time rather than you waiting for me to type. So usually when co-op is blocked, it is usually one of the specific ones that you can't trigger in co-op. So they usually tend to be if there's anyone where you're kind of like mid quest. So it might be go and speak to this person and you've just gone, right, okay, well, I'm going to do that in a bit, but I need to go and do this first. There's that little bit. It doesn't do it all the time, which is where it's really frustrating because like you said, if you've got several different story quests etc going off at once, it's very difficult to know which one is the issue, and it doesn't say a lot of the time which is the one that's blocking you. It will just say like this, unable to, like for me, I can't start any of these in a co-op world because your teapot world is classed as a co-op. I don't know why, it just is. It's frustrating. I think it's because I can visit teapot worlds. So for instance, let me come out because I think I had it locked that my PC account, I don't actually need, people could just kind of come in as they like. Friend, where is it? It's all about there, isn't it? There we go. I thought it was. There we go. So this is my teapot world in the what's it called? So there's very, I think that's probably why it's classed as that, and then I can just kind of come back to my. As for the worlds, I haven't done any yet. Yeah, I was gonna say if you can't get into your teapot world, you won't have been able to yet. I would say the most likely block is probably your Archon quest, which is your main one. Um, that is that is probably your best bet. Wait until you've done a little bit of it, and see what happens. If not, it might be one of so your story quests are the ones that are specific to specific characters, usually your 5 stars. And then your world quest, it shouldn't. Some of them do. Some of them, it's really frustrating. There is one, just to pre warn you. I don't think I've done it yet, or I've done it on this one. That it can be really difficult, and if you trigger it accidentally, it will block your entire thing until you finished it. And for the life of me, I can't remember what it is, but I'll look into it and I'll maybe pop it in the Discord group, because I made that mistake. I walked to this area in I think it's in Liwa. I walked into it and it was like, great, you're in this now, and you are now co-op locked until you've done it. It's like, shite. Okay. Oh, you do have another question. Lay it on me. If I know the answer, I will most definitely help you. Is it yes? The loot above purple is gold. So I'll show you with my weapons. So these are the five-star character 5-star weapons. Characters are the same as well. And they are the highest level that you can get. I think it's very similar to other loot-based systems where it's grey is your basic bitches. Green is your slightly less basic bitches. Blue is your middling basic bitches. Purple is your getting into a high demand bitch, and gold is your high maintenance bitch. But for your characters, you only ever have 4 or 5 stars. You don't have any 3. Could you imagine? Just picking, like, say, Amber and just being like, well, you're a 3-star character now. You've been demoted. No worries. So with your artifacts, they're a little bit easier to get. As you can see, God, I've got a lot of artifacts to go through. So your 5-star ones, you either get from your, not that one, you either get from your higher level domains, or you get them from your boss drops. Sometimes you can get them from your mini boss drops, like your electro hypostasis, but they're a little bit rarer. There is only 2 types of artifacts that you can get from them, and that's Gladiator's Finale and Wanderer's Trope, which is these 2. The rest of them you have to get specifically from a domain. And the type of the type of artifact sets that you need will depend on your character. And some will need it to be like a cross. So you may need some characters who, like, if you say Jean, I'm going to take Jean for example. If you want Jean to be a healer based run, you'll need a combination of 2 of the Viridescent Veneria, this one, because that boosts your animo damage, and then the other half will be your character healing. Gold, yes, so gold is more difficult to level up. It's also a little bit more expensive to level up as well. But you can use your previous. I'll put on which have I got that's not 20. I've got a lot that are level 20. This one isn't. Okay, so as you go to enhance it, you can use your lower level artifacts in order to boost them up. And then you can also use no, that's not what I want. Oh, for goodness sake, come on. You can also use these two as well, which you can kind of get from events, or you can also get it from your Teapot World when you finally unlock it. And basically, this is just another way to level up your artifacts. Gold is the highest level you can get to is 20. Purple, the highest level you can get to is 16. And then I think blue, the highest level you can get to is 12. You can also use, so for instance, if this was the level 0 and I wanted to put this straight onto it, I can do. It's not specific to an artifact set, so you can't only use a Wanderer's Trope to level up a Wanderer's Trope. You can use anything. And if you have already got levels on there, it will, I think it's something like 80%. It will take 80% of the XP that's on there and transfer it over to the next the new artifact that you are enhancing. So sometimes that can be a little bit useful, particularly if you don't want to, if you don't want it anymore and none of your characters are going to use it and you just want to get rid of it, by all means do that. However, the drop rate in artifacts is a massive bone of contention for a lot of people who play Genshin. It is, if you go into any kind of Genshin forums, the first thing they will talk about is how unfair the drop rates are for artifact domains. So there are there is a thing that I tend to use which kind of gives you the absolute ultimate if that's kind of where you want to focus. If you want to focus on I want as much DPS as possible. I just kind of use it to know which to use for each character to make them as comfortable in the level that they're in. So I don't quite go into, like, some people are like, specifically this doesn't have the substats that I want, therefore I'm not going to use it. So you'll have probably seen the stats and substats on it. So for instance, the main stat is the one that's in white bold, the substats are the one underneath. And some people will be like, oh, this doesn't have exactly the right ones that I need, therefore I'm not going to use it. And there are some people that are like, you need to aim for your character to have this percentage of this and this percentage of this. If it's not that, it's waste. And I'm like, not to judge them, like, they play it how they want to play it, that's just not for me. So I'm not so worried. I just want to know what works best for each character. So some of them will require a full set of one artifact, some will require 2 of one and 2 of the other. And you have 5, so you have like a spare one. So you can kind of stick that wherever, particularly if you've got most people tend to use it for either goblets or the circlets. So for instance, I've got Wanderer's Trope and this because this is apparently the best thing that works for them. But if I had 2 of one and 2 of the other, and then this wasn't what I needed it to be, but it was on a different set, I could switch it without causing any issue. That's why they give you a spare one, just in case. Oh gosh, it's been over 2 hours. I need to go. But as always, you know where I am if you need anything. Always happy to go back over things, because I know that sometimes I end up doing a bit of a whistle-stop tour of Genshin. Mainly just because there's so many different things, there's so many different like aspects to it. It can be, as I said before, and as I said to Kitty, it can be very overwhelming if you're not prepared for it. And the only way that I've been prepared for it is because I've learned the freaking hard way. So if I can share some knowledge with other people to make it less traumatic, I will do that. No worries at all. No worries at all. Like I said, it's mainly because I wish I had had somebody to explain it to me. I had to do a hell of a lot of Googling, so I am more than happy to pass my knowledge on to other people. Even if it just helps them temporarily. And even if they find their own way of doing it. I have no issues with that. Just so long as I can help.